Shubhodayam, Andariki Namaskaramulu. Today is the 16th day of yoga classes. This is part of the certificate course on Sanaatana Dharma being conducted by Veda Samskruti Samiti in association with Vishwa Yoga Vidyapeeth by CSR Prabhu Garu. Today, we have finished 3 weeks of yoga classes, and this is the last and fourth and last week. Next week, we'll have concluding sessions. So we will start the session with C.C. Babu Garu singing Vande Mataram. C.C. Babu Garu.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufala, Malayaj Sitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Suprajyotsna pulakitayamini Pullakusumita drumadala shobhini Suhasini Sumadhura bhashini Sukhadam varadam mataram Vande mataram Vande mataram. Namaskar.
Dhanyawada. Hello, Chit Prabhu Garu. Thank you. Let us start with the yoga classes. Prabhu Garu, please.
Okay. All of you stand straight, feet together, stand straight. We do supranas, then we do samasanas. First, cleaning the throat. In prayer, remember our rules. Untitled Chapter for this part of the prayer. Breathe in quick and short breath in this position. And Sanaatana for this part. Veda Samskruti Samiti. Without the light falling on the right directly. Fix the gaze on fingertip and close the eyes and come down after. Then we have the Aurobindo Shakti. Keep and fix. Please mute your mics. Dharma Shakti Vikasa. Grivashik Vikas, left and right. Neck left and right, up and down. Rotation, revolution, opposite. Won't go in same direction. Four, pull the neck up while breathing. Bhujabala Shakti Vikas, Tantra Bhav. Move your shoulders up and down. Next. Guri Muraf Vikas. chest Phalashakti Vikasa for the chest, upper chest. God Mudra, breathing through the mouth with tongue as a spoon and holding breath with teeth and growing the lung. When you press the chin to the chest, close your eyes, down and up. This is Bhastrika Pranayama principle in Sukshma Vayama standing position. 80 degrees and then 90 degrees. Breathe out and shake the abdomen up and down. Patishakti Vikasa. Number 2. Patishakti number 3. मूलाधार शक्ति का। उपस्थ तथा स्वादिष्ठान चक्र से pull up the rectum and the bladder while holding the breath after breathing. On the left. Under the center. Under the right. Under the center. All mukta. On back side, everything gone. Uttar all mukta. The Vajrasana end. Whole day you can sit like this, anytime, all the time, even after food. No asanas are permitted after food except one class. This itself can cure many, many health problems and improve your fitness. We will do Nabhi Chakra Shuddhi now. Then after that, we'll do some correction asanas. I'm skipping basic Vajrasana series and Padmasana series. Nabhi Chakra Shuddhi starts with Uttanasana. You don't have to do all the way, but at least this much you should do. Then Dhanurasana. Ardha Chakrasana. Lift up, breathing in. Chakrasana keeps your body fit. Now finally the fourth one is by Matsyasana, fish pose. Bend your neck so that only the head and okay, I'm going to show these introduction asanas, four of them. I've already shown you many times. Again, I'll show today. So in the next 3 days, we'll be practicing daily 2 rounds after drinking water from 4 onwards. And on Friday, we will do a mini Sankaprakshanam, that is getting motions. Only mini, it is not full. We'll do only 4 rounds. 1 round consists of 4 asanas. Sarpasana, Uttanasana, Chakrasana, and Udarasana. So we know we all do that. Drink 1 glass of warm water with salt and do those 4. That is 1 round. Then if you again drink 1 more glass of water and again do all those four, it become the second round, and then the third round and the fourth round on Friday. Only 4 rounds. We don't do any other. You get motions. After that, you take some special diet and take rest. I suggest you take leave on that day. We will get the confirmation from the participants. Now only practice session for this. Today I'm going to show you only without water 1 round. Tomorrow morning you drink water and come and then 2 rounds. First, please start fast. First you lie down like this. You will Bhujangasana. Then you come up. Self up. Breathe in center without back. And more fast. Bending sideways, you breathe out and pulling the abdomen inside and come to the center, breathing in. Third, Chakrasana. Fourth is Uttarakarshana. And go to Shavasana. Okay, now all of you. Sarvangasana. Lift your legs up to the neck and hold the body on your hands. Normal breathing. Close your eyes when you press into the chest. This is Swangas. Lakshmi. Vasanas to what? Now you do Matsyasana. Then go to Sharabhasana and Bhujangasana. When we do Shirshasana, keep the hand upper forehead on the ground, not on the center of the head. For the shots. Okay, get up and do pranayama. In pranayama, there are many ratios: 1:1, 1:2, 1:4, 1:2:1, 1:4:2. Whereas 1 unit is normally 4 seconds to start with, then it can become 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, depending on the person. The teacher will be teaching different levels of ratios. But I am teaching only 1:1 now. That too without watch. Normally, watch is also used for 4 seconds exact or 5 seconds exact. Now we do meditation. Close your eyes and watch your breath. Watching the breath is called pranapanasati, that is observing the breath. Now I will be covering, okay, let us first do Om and then go for the theory class. Take deep breath and do Om, all of us together. Okay, now we'll be going to the course 1, unit 8, meditation. The synopsis is meditation, concepts, benefits, and different schools of meditation. So the word meditation is used to describe a number of different uses of the mind. So meditation is not just one, it is a number of different utilizations of the mind, from contemplation and concentration to devotion and chanting or puja. It may probably be derived from the same root as the Latin word medere, meaning to heal. That is how the word medicine also comes. So meditation can certainly be looked as a healing process, emotionally, mentally, and physically. In fact, in Sanskrit, the word vyadhi is made up of two words, vi plus adi. Vi means visesha, extra, It can also mean the opposite in some cases. So Adi is mental worry, chinta. So B plus Ashti, Visesh Adi is Vyati. So all diseases are coming from mind. If you indulge in negative thoughts, negative emotions, like if you keep on hating somebody, you may not speak out, but you may hate somebody or some people or some community or some country or whatever. That hatred itself will give you high blood pressure and it will give you heart disease also. Or if you are jealous of somebody, something else will happen. Or if you are greedy all the time, something else will happen. All the diseases which are originating in the mind, they are called psychosomatic diseases. High blood pressure, heart disease. So heart disease is not a disease of the heart. It is a disease of the mind. High blood pressure is not a disease of the blood. It is a disease of the mind. So also diabetes, asthma. So the more negative emotions you indulge in, even if you don't express. If you express, there will be wars. There will be conflicts and open wars. Normally people suppress the hatred, the negative, hateful thoughts and feelings against your own family members, let us say, about your wife or husband, or about children, or about daughter-in-law, or son-in-law, or about grandchildren. The hatred which you have will itself cause various diseases. So healing will automatically happen when you remove all those negative emotions and start loving, universal love. If you love everyone, you love everything. Of course, I'm not saying you love bad things and bad people and bad habits, but normally in our family members and even our in-laws, if you love them instead of hating them, you will be a lot more healthier. For your own benefit. The meditative state is the highest state of existence. It is independent, indispensable for the spiritual life as breathing is for physical life. So those who want to get into the spiritual life, because my yoga module and our Sanaatana Dharma course is a spiritual course. It is not a physical course. It is not an academic course in the routine. It is a spiritual course. So what we are teaching is helping people to go into the spiritual direction. So when you are going in the spiritual direction, the meditation becomes an essential lifeline, like breathing for life, meditative mood, relaxed and happy meditative mood of the mind is essential ingredient of spiritual life. Like when you go to Ramakrishna Math, how do you feel? That natural, spiritual, meditative mood is what is core value principle for the yoga course and the Sanaatana Dharma course we are giving, and for spiritual life as a whole. So meditation is referred as around 10 different definitions. The training of the consciousness and the exercise for awareness, number one. Number two, a mental process in which thinking and intuitive perceptions take place. That means even a mental process in which thinking and intuitive perceptions take place. Number three, a process of rediscovering, enjoying, and using the positive qualities already latent within you. These positive emotions are not to be imported from somewhere. They're already there in you, you have to bring them out. Like Swami Vivekananda said, all power is within you. All power is within you. You can do anything and everything. You only have to bring it out. And meditation is a method of, obviously, self-realization, a systematic method of recollection, contemplation, and concentration, a systematic practice of mastering one's own mind, a practice that awakens the latent faculties of mind and channelizes the thoughts, a practice that channelizes the mind in a positive direction, a practice that enables one to go beyond the five senses and to experience clairvoyance and clairaudience. These are siddhis. In deep meditation, you get siddhis after you succeed in deep meditation. Siddhis means you can see future, you can see past, you can read thoughts, you can see from distance without eyes. So these are all siddhis, yoga siddhis. Of course, they come automatically. You don't have to struggle for them. And they are not taken as very important in spiritual life. You have to ignore them and go further into the spiritual enlightenment for liberation. So what are the methods of meditation? There are different methods. And some people follow, they want to solve a problem, meditate in this way, even without knowing that they are meditating. We all do meditation every day without knowing that we are meditating. We are always thinking what to do with our son's career or job or study, or what to do with the house, or what to do with daughter-in-law or grandchildren, what to do. This is also a meditative process. You are coming out with creative solutions. And a few may sit down and try to concentrate on something without following an idea, simply to concentrate on a point where the mental vitality in order to intensify one's power of concentration. Just one point you write on the wall and keep on concentrating on it, or a jyoti, or any other object, or a particular person, like Vivekananda. If you meditate on Vivekananda, you will get his qualities into yourself. You will import his instructions and his power into yourself. He told statements which are very powerful, like all power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Only thing you should know what to do and want to do it. Similarly, every potential human being is divine. So these kind of statements, if you meditate on Vivekananda, you will get those qualities, those feelings in you. You meditate on Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. A lot of people meditate on Ramakrishna Paramahamsa as incarnation, and he has shown his samadhi state in a deep trance. So, and we meditate on Krishna, meditate on Rama. A few may sit to arrive at true silence and tranquility. This is another total silence. Sarvashunyam Niravhasam Samadhistasya Lakshanam. There is extremely difficult and is somewhat like taking bull by the horns. Ultimately, the objective is to calm the mind to silence and nothingness. So directly trying to do it is a little difficult, but it is not impossible. A few may detach themselves from external objects as though they do not take interest in them at all, and all of a sudden they brighten the flame of aspiration and throw it to it everything that comes to them, so that flame may rise higher and higher by identifying themselves with it, go up to the extreme point of their consciousness. Simply the joy of aspiration, which mounts and mounts and mounts, intensifying itself more and more in constant concentration. As Vivekananda said, you can achieve anything and everything, all power is within you. The moment you decide, I want to do this, I have gone through this kind of situations in my life, you also might have gone through. You struggle for it. 24 hours you are thinking about it, 24 hours you put effort on it, and finally you achieve it. In my life, I have achieved quite a few things, even my Director General post, or even earlier various situations. It is by constant meditation and effort on that. Now, B is the meditation concept. So, normal mind is cluttered with various thoughts and feelings for family, money, food, hobby, friends, jobs, etc. And this figure is there in the page 57. It depicts our normal mind. We receive sensory stimuli. We are receiving the inputs from eyes, ears, nose. In a completely uncontrolled way, we bounce from one thought to another and follow with our emotional and physical reactions. So, you know how our mind is restless, so many thoughts, so many feelings keep coming. The same thought can bring about diametrically opposite reactions at different times. Now, the second type of mind is concentrating mind. So, for which this is the first step of meditation, and you start gaining control over the mind, and thereby life. If you have conquered yourself, you have conquered a whole universe. Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet atmaiva bandhuratmano ripuratmana bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmaiva atmana jitaha anatmanasya shatrutve varted atmaiva shatruva. Who is your friend?
you are your own friend. Who is your enemy? You are your own enemy. If you have conquered yourself, then you are your own friend. If you are not conquered yourself, that means you have no control over yourself. It is your mind is going helter-skelter, and your actions are also going helter-skelter, and your statements, your words, then you become your own enemy, because you create your own enemies by your own words and actions, and you become your own friend by creating friends with your own words and actions. This is Bhagavad Gita I quoted. Therefore, you shall uplift yourself. You shall uplift yourself. Don't allow yourself to fall. So you are your own friend and you are your own enemy. So it all depends on how much success you reach in controlling yourself, your mind, in meditation, that your whole life is going to be decided by that. So it's not a joke, it's not a theoretical topic, it's not to be taken lightly. Your meditation is going to mold your entire life. In whatever happens in future is dependent on your meditation and its success. The third is meditating mind, which will be meditating on the object of meditation, on the Lord, on Krishna or on Shiva, doesn't matter, or on Shakti, all finally mean the same Parabrahman. And now the contemplating mind, this figure 4, we become conscious of the cosmos and know ourselves to be part of it and realize our unity with all of it. Now this is the cosmic consciousness. The more and more you realize that you are one with the universe, one with the environment, one with the ultimate truth, and not just one small body in one small house in one small place, but you are the universal consciousness. You expand your consciousness. Aham Brahmasmi stage. Then that is the liberated stage. It is our birthright and destiny to know this exquisite state and enjoy the truth consciousness, bliss Satchidananda. That is our eternal true nature. So Satchit Ananda, Sat is truth or reality, Chit is consciousness, and Ananda is bliss. So Satchidananda is the nature of the self, which is yourself. If you can stop all the nonsense that mind creates and get absorbed into your true nature, which is Om, which is Parabrahman Sat Chit Ananda, then you are liberated, you are one with the universe, and even if the body goes away, it doesn't matter, because you have realized you are not the body, but you are the Satchidananda Brahman, Parabrahman, Om. So benefits of meditation: in contemplation, you are in spiritual contact with the unchanging light. You are cleansed of all its impurities. So when you succeed in meditation, you will be cleansed of all the impurities. This light cleanses the soul, which touches it. So soul is something deeper. I'll quote one very profound statement given by Meher Baba. When the mouth is silent, the mind is active. I'm sure you all know this. When the mouth is silent, only the mind will be active. If your mouth is going on talking, mind will not be active. So when the mouth is silent, the mind is active. And when the mind is silent, the heart is active. Heart is emotional feeling for the others, love, affection, compassion. Those feelings will come only when your logical thinking, analysis stops. So dil or dimag. You know that difference in Hindi, in film songs also. Dil dekhe dekho, dil dekhe dekho. So dil dekhe dekho, dil or dimag, they are two different things. The dimag is only logical, greedy or analytical. It has to be silenced. If the dimag is silenced, then dil will be active. Both cannot be active at the same time. So dimag has to be silenced to make dil active, and that is emotional being. And when dil is also silent, what will happen? When it is submitted, heart and soul, we say, the soul will be active, Atma, Jivatma. And when the soul, you will experience soul only when the dil and dimag both are silenced. And of course, your mouth is already silenced. Then you will experience your soul. You put your heart and soul, we say that. That means what is your essential being, essential existence of soul? Who are you, that soul? And when the soul is also silent, that means when the soul is submitted, it is given a submission, prapatti with bhakti, then what will happen? God will be active. Until then, God will not be known, will not be active. So again, I repeat, when the mouth is silent, the mind is active. When the mind is silent, the heart is active. When the heart is silent, the soul is active. When the soul is silent, God is active. Till then, you will not know what is God. What is God is universal love, oneness, totality. You experience yourself to be one with everything and everyone. Universal love, not differentiated and discriminative love. Universal love. So if you experience it in the light, in fact, the word light is used in all religions, in all philosophies, all schools of meditation. Ultimately, the person reaches light, enlightenment, they say, light. So when you reach that light, it will transform you. The light brings enhanced energy and great comfort. Light is the purity of God and love, illuminating the open soul. The magnifying glass is exposed to the light of the sun, and the straws that are under catch fire. Just like, you can make the sunlight catch fire by using a magnifying glass. With deep concentration, you can experience that infinite love, which is light. So this purifying process leads to deeper insight into truth. The light brings enhanced energy. This is the action of grace of the Lord upon the soul in meditation. If you have experienced even for few seconds, once or twice in your life, that's enough. You are liberated. If you can meditate for half an hour, you'll be able to engage yourself with peace and spiritual strength in the battle of life for a longer time through the force of meditation. We know that we are fighting a battle in the life. After I finish this class, I start my battle. Everything will be a battle. It's a war. Again, till tomorrow, there's no, till we sleep or till we get up early morning and do practice of meditation. There is no peace of mind. That's why they ask you morning and evening both. Sanjhavandanam, all this is nothing but meditation. Such is the beneficial result of meditation. As you have the whole day, it will be affecting you, it will be positively benefiting. As you have moved with different minds of peculiar nature in your daily life, get the strength and peace from the meditation, and you'll have no trouble and worry. In fact, I have seen in my own career how people indulge in negative activities. In fact, in NIC, Hyderabad, when I was posted there around 2000, I found that a lot of negative activities were going on. So I don't know what to do with that. So what I thought is I'll conduct classes of yoga, meditation, and Bhagavad Gita. Every week, one session of Bhagavad Gita, and every day evening classes, yoga, meditation on the terrace. So in those classes, not only our NIC officials participated, but even IAS officers, including the present Chief Secretary Somesh Kumar and others, his colleagues like Premchandra Reddy, Rizvi, others, they all came and learned yoga from me and meditation from me. In the process, there was a transformation in the personalities and life of the people. They stopped those negative activities and they started doing work. So more productivity could be achieved. And later I came to know that this process is called wisdom management. There is a whole discipline of new management theory and concept and practice called wisdom management. So this is how the practice of yoga, meditation, and spiritual thinking can transform lives, not only in personal life, but even in the official life. The organizational development, organizational behavior, and organizational motivation process, transformation process for the positivity. And a person who was involved in these things, Charles Savage from Munich, is still my disciple. He comes every year and he learns a lot of things. Meditation acts as a powerful tonic. It is a mental and nerving tonic as well. The holy vibrations penetrate all the cells in the body and cure the diseases of the body. Vibrations of the sound, the mantra, Om mantra, Pranava mantra. Pranavam is the greatest of all, and all other mantras which are based on Pranavam, because every mantra starts with Om, even not only in Hinduism, but even in Buddhism and Jainism. Like in Buddhism, Om Mani Padme Hum, that is the mantra on Buddha. So by chanting that repeatedly, the vibrations which come, they destroy the negative vibrations and they spread positivity not only within yourself, but also in the environment, to your surroundings, to your people around you, in your house or in the office or even on the way. You will be radiating positivity by practicing meditation. And mantra meditation is also there. Gayatri mantra chanting is, Sandhya Vandanam is nothing but mantra meditation. And so also Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So by chanting this mantra 108 times every day, you will be liberated from all sins and all negative vibrations. It can be Gayatri mantra, or it can be Hare Krishna mantra, or it can be Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So different mantras are there. I'm not going to teach the mantras in this short duration, but I'm just giving you an idea of what it is. Considerable changes take place in the mind, brain, and the nervous system by the practice of meditation. This has been observed in research also, but all changes take. The high blood pressure comes down, the heart slows down. When you produce a sound, oh, the research showed that round lips and oh, will slow down the heart. Therefore, it gives rest to the heart. And therefore, now, the new nerve currents, new vibrations, new avenues, new grooves, new cells, new channels are formed. Whole mind and nervous system are remodeled. You will be developing a new heart, a new mind, new sensations, new feelings, new mode of thinking and acting, a new view of the world itself. And universe as manifestation of the divine. The fire of meditation annihilates all foulness due to vice. The problems in the world are coming only to the negative emotions. So the positive vibrations of meditation will overcome the negative emotions and you will be able to experience joy and happiness. Then suddenly comes the fire of meditation annihilates all foulness. Suddenly comes the knowledge of divine wisdom, which directly leads to mukti or final emancipation. To realize that you are Satchidananda and to be established in it, to remember it always, that itself is mukti. The jivatva mukti. It is not Atma. Atma has no mukti. Atma, Paramatma are one and the same. It's only the ego of jivatva which is getting mukti. Real peace and ananda bliss manifest only when the sankalpas are extinguished. Sankalpa prabhavan kaman chakva sarvan aseshataha manasaiva indriya gramam vidiyamya samantataha shanai shanairu paramed buddhya dhrutikrihitaya atma samstham manakrutva kinchilati chintaye yato yato nischati manaschanchalamastiram tatastato niyamye tadatmaiva vasham nayet prashantamanasam henam yoginam Sukhamuttamam upaiti shantarajasam brahmabhutam akalmasham yunjannevam sadatmanam yogi niyatamanasah shantim nirvana paramam mat samstham adhigacchati tapasvibhyo adhiko yogi janibhyascha matodhika karmibhyascha adhiko yogi. This is 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. He has explained how the mind can be calmed down, which will lead to transcendental state of self-realization, and such a yogi is greater than all other persons of all other categories. The students who practice meditation will acquire the following benefits. Guaranteed: Shanti, peace, Prashanta Manasam, Santosha, contentment, Abhaya, fearlessness, Ananda, bliss, Nischala Sthiti, steadiness, freedom from likes and dislikes, Raga, Dvesha, freedom from anger, Akrodha, freedom from egoism, which is root cause of all problems. Develops Parakamya, divine vision, divine drishti, and develops sattvic qualities. So sattvic personality is the goal, and that can be developed. So that's why we insist upon Sandhya Vandanam or things like that, which are, of course, for those who don't do Sandhya Vandanam, they have other pujas, other japas, other upasanas. So when they do that, they become sattvic, as against rajasic or tamasic. So these are the benefits of meditation. Now let us come into the discussion on various schools of meditation. So there is one Brahma Kumari school. So it is a sitting meditation contemplated by maintaining a peaceful soul conscious state while performing everyday actions. This is the first and most important step in making meditation practically. It penetrates deeply into the layers. Now, this art and science of meditation is based on rationality, truth of being, and philosophy and psychology bring about an inner transformation. It penetrates deeply into the layers of the mind and removes the ignoble and undivided, and the extraneous, thus energizes the soul and renews it. It leads to self-illumination and the life cycle, which gives one satisfaction, meaningful and purposeful life. So, what is the purpose of life? It is nothing but life with purpose. Don't just meditate when you feel like it. The greatest progress is possible at time when you really don't want to meditate or when you feel you can't. That's the time when you need to meditate the most. I want to underline one point that this the meditation taught by various schools like Brahma Kumaris or Pyramid Spiritual Society, they are having one weakness. They don't teach asanas and pranayama. So therefore, there is a good chance, though not guaranteed, the chance that people fall asleep when they do that kind of meditation which they teach. So Raja Yoga without Raja Yoga will be incomplete and will be a failure. So Raja Yoga is different from prayer. One does not make any supplication to the deity. It is not so. So the meditation enters into the portals of intimacy, closeness, and experience of being in the presence rather than being at distance. This is the one type of school of meditation being taught. Of course, there are a lot of criticisms on this Brahma Kumari's organization also of late. One of the criticism is that they are not Hinduism, they are promoting something else, and they criticize and attack Hinduism. I mean, I don't know the truth, but these are the criticisms. I'm just putting in front of you. Secondly, they are having a personality cult of their guru. One Sindhi gentleman was a rich Jamindar kind of a person. And there are a lot of other criticisms that they have destroyed the lives of a lot of people who have given up their family connections and have gone and joined their Kumaris and don't get married, or if they're married, they're divorced. All kinds of things happened. So which is not correct. So if there is any truth in these criticisms, I warn all of you not to get into entanglement. Don't get entangled with this particular organization because of these various criticisms which are coming up of late. Earlier they may not, but nowadays it is very big criticisms coming up. Second is Sri Aurobindo, and I have gone through Aurobindo Ashram also. I know I have friends there. And Aurobindo meditation, Aurobindo thinking, Aurobindo books. So this is a school by itself. There are people who go and settle down permanently for whole life in Aurobindo Ashram in Pondicherry. And there are people who have branches in various cities of Aurobindo Ashram. And there are some 3 pages given about this. Then we because of lack of time, I'm not going into detailed level. It is the same thing. The power of concentration above the head is to bring peace, silence, liberation, and body sense, mental, vital, physical consciousness to raise up to higher consciousness. This is called yoga of the spiritual transformation. The power of concentration in the eyebrows is to open the center there, liberate the inner mind and vision. So the different type of meditation, again, principles are same, but the version is different. Then there is one more Vedadri Maharshi, Kundalini Yoga. This I'm skipping because it is only in Tamil Nadu, nowhere else. Then Ramalinga Swamigal Vallalar at Vadalur. Ramalinga discoursed extensively with his disciples and conceived many visitors. I'm skipping that also. Then Vipassana meditation, page 64. So Vipassana, you might have heard of it. There is one Sachinarayan Goenka who is teaching it in a big way. It's a Buddhist meditation. Buddha himself developed this Vipassana meditation. Vipassana means observing the thoughts. Go on observing your thoughts. That's the first step. I have taught you also earlier. Before observing the breath, you observe your thoughts, what thoughts you are getting. In the case of yoga session, we don't require so much because at the end of yoga session, your mind is already calm. But these people don't have any yoga session. They directly do meditation. So they'll have a lot of problem in the mind going here and there. So they spend 15 minutes just observing the mind so that it will calm down to some extent. Then observe the breath. And then so on and so forth. So they also indulge in fasting. If you join that course, I think there's a 10-day course. they'll put you on fast and they'll give you raw diet, nature cure, and you'll be in total silence. You cannot speak, you cannot come out of the room, you cannot come out of the ashram. It will be in a remote place. All this will happen, and after 10 days you will be a transformed person because you have gone through extreme process. This is Vipassana meditation. The technique is, it is given by Buddha, and is a way of self-transformation through self-observation. It focuses on deep interconnection between mind and the body, which is experienced directly by the disciplined attention to the physical sensations that form the life of the body and continuously interconnect and condition the life of the mind. So it is this observation-based self-explanatory journey to the common root of mind and the body that dissolves mental impurity, resulting in balanced mind full of love and compassion. Finally, the result is only that. Final result is love. It is full of love and compassion and affection to everyone and every being, not only your family members, but to everything, universal love. So this tradition, since the time of Buddha, has been handed over to the present, and S.N. Goenka, Satyanarayan Goenka, and he was from Burma, and he was an official, and then he made very popular, and it is there in every place. Even in Hyderabad outskirts, there is one center. So the technique is taught in a 10-day residential course, during which participants follow a prescribed code of discipline, learn the basics of the method. The course requires extreme hard work, and there are 3 steps to training. The first step is for the period of the course to abstain from killing, stealing, sexual activities, speaking false lies, and intoxicating. This simple code of moral conduct serves to calm the mind, which otherwise would be too agitated to perform the task of self-observation. The second step is to develop mastery of the mind by learning to fix one's attention to the natural reality of the ever-changing flow of breath as it enters and leaves. The same thing, observing the breath. By the 4th day, the mind is calmer and more focused, better able to undertake the practice of Vipassana itself, observing sensations throughout the body and understanding their nature and developing equanimity by learning not to react to them. The main principle in meditation is equanimity without reaction. Just observe. Observe your thoughts, observe your breath, observe what is happening in your body and mind complex. But don't react, don't push, or don't attack, or don't do anything. Just observe. When you observe, they'll come and go, come and go, come and go. Thoughts come and go. Finally, on the last day, full day participants learn the meditation of loving kindness or goodwill towards all, in which the purity developed in the course is shared with all beings. So that's a 10-day course, and they charge quite. Then there is another Tamil Siddha meditation. I will skip that. We really don't know much about it. But I would like to highlight a very important table here on the yogis and siddhas. Siddha means a successful yogi who got siddhis. Page 66, there's a big table. The yoga siddhas list is given, starting with Nandi, who is the direct disciple of Shiva himself. And the location is Kashi, and his guru was Shiva. His disciples are Tirumala, Patanjali, Dakshinamurti, Romaharshada, and Suta. That is, the Puranas were told by Suta and Romaharshada. And contributions are extensive in medicine, Kayakalpa, and alchemy. Nandishwara, Nandideva. Second is Agastya. Second, and his place of Samadhi. Samadhi means at the end of his life, they will enter underground while they are alive and they close it. Manik Prabhu also did that. Jnaneshwar also did it. Ananta Shayanam, that is the place of his Samadhi, Agastya. His guru is Shiva himself. And his disciples are Bhoganatha, Babaji. You all know about Babaji, right? The famous Babaji. And Tiruvalluvar and Machamuni means Matsyendranath. All top stars. And medicine, Kayakalpa, Tamil grammar, and yoga. These are the contributions of Agastya in a very big way. Third is Tirumala, who is the disciple of Nandi. He took Samadhi in Chidambaram. His guru was Nandi, and his contributions are in yoga and philosophy. He's a very big man. There are great Tamil texts attributed to Tirumala. Then Bhoganatha, then he took Samadhi in Palani, and his guru was Agastya, and he also had other gurus, Kalangi and other. And his disciples include Babaji, Ponganavar, Haruanor, and He taught yoga, Kayakalpa. Kayakalpa means living long, hundreds of years. Medicine, alchemy, Ayurveda, Siddha, and all that. Natural sciences and philosophy. And Konkanavar, he took Samadhi at Tirupati. His guru was Bhoganatha. He had 557 disciples and 25 books he has written in medicine, yoga, philosophy, and religion. And Machamuni or Matsyendranath, the guru of Gorakhnath, the Nath Sampradaya, he took Samadhi at Tiruparam Kundram, and his guru was Agastya, Panagesavan, and then his disciple, his famous disciple is Gorakhnath, on whose name Gorakhpur is there. The present chief minister of UP, Adityanath, is in that dynasty. He is the present incumbent of that Peetham. And he has written at least 10 known works on Hatha Yoga, Tantric Yoga practices. Then comes Gorakhnath. Even by remembering the names of these people, we get liberated. That is the power and purity, greatness of these persons. He took Samadhi at Poyur, which is Girna, which is in Gujarat. And then his guru was Dattatreya, who is the avatar of Vishnu. And Matsyendranath was his guru. Allama Prabhu is also was guru. And Nagarjuna was his disciple. We didn't know this. Avadhuta Gita and 13 other works under the aspects. I have seen Gorakh Samhita, Hataratnavali, various texts. Hatha Yoga Pradipaka, classic, of course he is being ascribed, but then Sattamuni, Srirangam, Nandi is his guru, Dakshinamurti was his guru, and his disciples are Sundarananda and Pampatti. 46 works he has written in Siddha medicine. Next is Sundarananda. He took Samadhi in Madurai. Sattamuni, Konkaneshwara, disciples, gurus, and he has written 24 known works. And Ramadeva, Alagar Malai, Pulastyar, 24 known works. Kudambai, Mayavaram or Mayuram, Adukkari, Siddha disciple, Aruvarur, Karur, Bhoganatha, Idai. Construction of Tanjavur temple is ascribed to Aruvarur, whose guru was Bhoganatha. And then Idai Kadar, Tiruvannamalai, where Ramana Maharshi also lived. I went there many times. I had many experiences. And Valmiki, our own Ramayana Valmiki, he took Samadhi in a place called Ettikudi, and his guru was Narada, as you know, recorded the epic work Ramayana. And Patanjali took a Samadhi at Rameshwaram. His guru was Nandi himself, and Yoga Sutras classic. So obviously, this Patanjali is before this grammar Patanjali. Dhanvantari, Vaidiswaran Koil, I had been there. That's where he took his Samadhi, and he is the originator of many books in medicine, alchemy, Kayakalpa. Pambatti and Harishankaran Koil and Sattamuni was a disciple, and Siddha philosophy. Each of these 18 yoga siddhas has made significant contributions to the world of science, medicine, literature, yoga, and philosophy. Not to speak of the West. West was nowhere in the picture in this entire process. These are all various yugas. West was all uncivilized at that time. They work anonymously behind the senses, inspiring and assisting seekers. Even now, they work, help us from behind the scenes. And there are people who have contact with the ancestors. In doing so, they assist humanity's evolution towards a higher universal consciousness. So next item is transcendental. Till now we discussed this because this is Siddha meditation, Siddha Gurus. Then transcendental meditation was developed by Maharshi Mahesh Yogi. You know about it, I don't have to tell too much. And scientific credentials are there, they have done research. The first scientific research was done by Robert Keith Wallace of USA, who declared that during TM, the mind remains fully alert, but the body goes to deep rest, deeper than sleep. This state of body and mind was termed as restful alertness and alpha state of EEG. Since then, more than 500 independent scientific research have been conducted on TM at numerous institutions in 27 countries. The results of these scientific research have been collectively published in 5 volumes titled Scientific Research on TM, collected papers. Now, J. Krishnamurti is related to my website. He has developed his own approach, unconditioned consciousness. That is the word he used. Basically, the same science of yoga and meditation which is being explained in a different independent version by J. Krishnamurti. Perception and consciousness in meditation. Meditation is neither concentration nor breathing. Then Osho also, Rajneesh also had his own, but we object to some of the practices he did. So we will skip. Then we go into Ramana Maharshi. Cardinal teaching is self-surrender, self-inquiry. Then you observe yourself. You reach who you are. Who am I? I have got many experiences in Tiruvannamalai, in the Skandashram at the top. There's a cave where he meditated. I meditated in the same place where he meditated. And I experienced total stillness. Even now, if I remember, I feel very peaceful. Sarvashunyam Niradhasam Sava. So total stillness for a long time, complete loss of consciousness. I lost my consciousness with total stillness in Padmasana for about 2 hours. Same spot where he performed tapasya. And Bhagavan's teachings are closely akin to Shankara's teachings of Advaita in practice. So I don't want to read all these things. We have already discussed many of these things. I request you to read on your own. And his teachings are universal. It is the practical aspect of Advaita. So basically, I'll conclude by explaining my own experience. So when you meditate, in fact, a lot of people got a lot of special experiences at Tiruvannamalai, in his room or upstairs on the top of Tiruvannamalai. There is a Skandashramam, the cave in which he meditated for 6 years. It's a house type of thing. So the experience which I had was that I just went up and sat there. I was waiting for that place to be vacant. Because a lot of foreigners come, nobody will speak. It will be a pin drop silence. But after I got that spot, I sat there in Padmasana, and then I don't know what happened. I just forgot everything. I lost consciousness. After some time, when I regained my consciousness, my legs were paining. So I realized it was about 2 hours. I could not even stand up because my legs were jammed up. Then I took the help of my colleagues. Then I came down. Then after coming down to the ashram, I went around to the temple. So in the temple, all this happened early morning, 6:30, 7 period, this period. In the temple, one person was sitting there. After I had darshan, he was talking to me. He was a local person. He looked at my face and he understood I had some experience, but he made certain comments in Tamil, which I will explain to you in English and close today's session. He told only one thing. This Jiva is none other than Shiva. Because Ja and Sha are same in Tamil. In Tamil, you can say Ja or Sha, same letter. So you can say Shiva or you can say Jiva. Both options are there. So Jiva is no other person than Shiva himself. That's all he told. Then I understood that he understood my experience. So that is the sum and substance of Ramana Maharshi's teachings. Jiva himself is Shiva. Jivo naham deshikotva Shivoham. That is Shankara's Advaita philosophy. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Jivo naham deshikotva Shivoham. Mano buddhya hankara chitta naham. Natvakshotra jihvena cha grana netrena cha vyoman nagom natejo navai. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. So we'll close here. We'll close with meditation and total silence. Om Jyoti शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्ति वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Yeah, I finished. Now, if you want any questions, you can ask me or we'll close.
Any questions? Anybody? Raise your hand or I will unmute all of you so you can talk. Yeah. Nobody?
I think the mind is still there in deep silence.
Meditation. They are doing meditation. Okay. Sisi Babu garu, Challa Chitti Babu garu. Let's have Janagana Mana.
We were in deep silence and meditative sense. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्ज्वल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हे
Jai Hind. Jai Hind.